Timely and reliable weather information is critical for the success of enterprises and entire industries around the world. While high-resolution, rapidly updating weather information exists for the US, Japan, and a handful of countries in Western Europe today, the rest of the world's weather forecasts are lower resolution or updated less frequently. This prevents large and small businesses around the world from reaching their potential.
Weather has become very, very erratic. It interferes really with planning. We want to plan and then it is not raining at the expected time and it affects us. It's something to do globally with global warming.
If you think about some of the challenges farmers face, at the very beginning is getting to know when to plant. That's a function of when the rains are coming. Sometimes they plant too early or miss the rains. By the time they go to buy inputs, they've missed the rains.
Farmers have always relied on government to provide weather advisories.
Mostly we do not check on the newspaper. Weather forecasts, sometimes they say the truth and all this, but automatically sometimes they are not accurate. But of us, we always look at the clouds and then we say, now this is the time.
As a farmer, if I wanted to go and plow the land, but I'm told next week I'm going to have heavy rains, so I'd rather do that today because after the rains I wouldn't be able to do that. So that is how critical this information is.
We'll have to find ways how farmers, especially smallholder farmers, can leverage on technology to be in a position not to be caught off guard.
Rain that was expected to come in 3 months' time is coming in 1 month. So it causes flood. From last 7 years, we have seen the pattern of rain and temperature variation is rampant over the years, have become largely unpredictable and surprising. So no more we are following the historical trends of rain and temperature variation.
High accuracy weather data is very important, especially in large countries like India, where you don't have very dense grids of automated weather stations. Most of the times during monsoons you have cloud cover and satellite based information is not always complete. We don't have a single consistent spatial and temporal resolution at which we are able to get the necessary information which is required from a weather parameter perspective at a global scale.
We incorporate information from the weather company, and there's 6 to 12 hour forecasts, en route thunderstorm forecasts, turbulence forecasts, and that helps routing and route our aircraft in a way that's best suited for safe and efficient flight. If we get more accurate weather forecasts, we are able to avoid situations that could make our operations irregular. There are temperature and wind sensors on almost all the aircrafts now, and all that data is integrated into production of models. And this data is gathered by IBM and included in their turbulence forecasts, both their model forecasts and their decision support services that are provided here at the IOC.
Weather drives every decision that we make on this farm. Whether, is there a rain event or a precipitation event that we can anticipate? Those things, they start to help us develop and anticipate, because we are rather heavily dependent on irrigation here. If you can rely on a really good weather model that lets you do that and feed that crop and nurture that crop, it's a huge asset. Environmentally, from a conservation stewardship process, it's huge.
Digital tools are very key in taking these innovations and that information to smallholder. We know that the adoption rate of digital tools is actually high. It's increasing in Kenya, and we know that digital tools and things like applications, smartphone applications, are actually going to have a big impact in the kind of information that gets to smallholder farmers.
If they get an accurate type of service, I think that one can increase food production and food shortages will be a thing of past. I think it will be of huge benefit to us farmers, and generally the cost of production will be mitigated.
Knowledge is power. If we enhance the new knowledge and the technologies, they can be so helpful to us. If I can get very correct and accurate information, I can do marvelous.
IBM, the weather company, have created IBM GRAF, Global High Resolution Atmospheric Forecast System. By combining IBM's supercomputing power, IBM GRAF will help close the global gap for access to timely and reliable weather information.
The most important information that will come from the new IBM GRAF model is better international weather forecasting. Over the US, we have a lot of different contributing weather models, but once you get out into oceanic region, getting more timely, more accurate, more updated, more relevant weather information for those flights is something that we believe we will really benefit from the GRAF model.
It will increase the resolution of our insights because of the global high resolution data sets that GRAF is offering.
If such data is available in advance, maybe we can plan different sorts of crops which can take care of these variations. It is a big challenge which farming community is facing today.
Now with a high level of accuracy, we're able to very just in time apply a particular product or water or planting season or anticipate a rain event. It's a huge opportunity. Why wouldn't you want it to work as a smallholder farm in the sub-Saharan part of Africa as well as right here in southwest Nebraska? That technology, it is absolutely changing, transforming agriculture, and with a high level of not only trust, but data integrity.
IBM GRAF improves global resolution by 3 times, bringing the rest of the world up to the standard once limited to a handful of countries.
We are living in the times of climate change, and weather is one of the most important data sets that we need to get control on. And we hope that with IBM GRAF forecasts and current data, we'll be able to leapfrog certain challenges that we have faced in the past.
Without data, there is no insurance. And if we are able to get a solution that is able to capture for us that accurate data, then it means better service offering to the farmers.
When we know exact forecast that we cannot get a loss because you get prepared and all the things will work well.